Brittany here with Krona Yoga on YouTube, and today we'll be going through 5 stretches that help to realign the shoulders with the upper back so that it'll take away a lot of that shoulder pain we get from dislocation. Now what you need is a strap, and you'll want to adjust it to shoulders width apart so that when you reach out, it keeps your shoulders exactly as far apart as they already are. We'll get started sitting in our easy pose, tuning into our breath. Inhale, let go of the abdominals, filling the belly. Exhale, slow and steady, just at the end, engaging the abdomen in to let go of the last of the breath. Take 5 more breaths like this to start our practice. And when we're ready, we'll gently open our eyes. Now we're going to have options for today. You can continue an easy pose, and this is a nice posture. The downside is it calls us to really energize our own spine to keep our alignment and breathe deeply. I recommend us coming into hero's pose, sitting on the ankles, and if this is bothering your knees at all or your ankles, putting a block between the knees, gently sitting the tailbone on the block. Take some tension off. We'll start our practice grabbing our strap, putting it right next to us or in front of us, and just gently rolling the shoulders. Inhaling them up towards the ears and exhaling them out and around. Taking 2 more nice deep breaths in this direction. And then going in the opposite direction, just to get the blood flowing to the shoulders. Finding that place at center. Now we're going to do the next 1 minute will just be a kundalini yoga technique where we inhale our shoulders up to the ears, palms on the thighs, just let them drop down. Now as we inhale, we want to keep our shoulder blades at center, not forward and not back, just right at center. This helps us release tension from the shoulders. When our shoulders are tense, we'll naturally hold them closer to the ears. When we just let them start to drop away, you'll notice the tension just fall away with each exhale. Keeping a slow, steady pace to the breath. Taking 3 more breaths like this. Now that our shoulders are warmed up, we'll have some more dynamic stretches. Let's grab our strap, and we'll start off with our palms facing away from one another. Hug the shoulders to center and then down into the body. Keep them here as you bring the arms up and overhead, as far up as they want to go. For some of us, that'll be here. For others of us, we can make it all the way overhead. Now keep pressing the palms away from one another as you hug the shoulders to center and down. Taking 5 breaths here. beginning to reintegrate our shoulders with our upper back. And when our shoulders are integrated with the back, then when we're reaching, we're not dislocating our shoulders. Instead, we're creating space in the body, in the upper back, in the spine, anytime we're lifting. Then we're going to start to inhale up off of our seat. Squeeze the butt, center the hips, and exhale, slowly, steadily come down, keeping that alignment of the shoulders. You're going to notice the palms may want to come forward, the shoulders may want to come back up. We're going to keep our shoulders in place, hugging them to center and down. 2 more breaths. Filling the belly as we inhale. Gauging the belly all the way to the back as we exhale. Beautiful. Now we'll slowly lower our strap down. And then we're going to grab our strap on each side, holding the strap like so, hugging the shoulders, the center, and back up. Now we're going to inhale the arms up and overhead. Exhale and back down. Focused on keeping those shoulders at center. 4 more breaths. Maybe closing the eyes to really tune into the body. My music has seemed to go off, so if you'd like to put some on yourself, feel free. Perfect. Now we'll put our strap to the side for a moment just to gently roll the shoulders. Loosen them up in the opposite direction. And then bring our shoulders right to center. We'll grab our strap with our right hand. And we're going to put the strap behind the back. Dropping that right hand on the top behind the back and then grabbing the strap with the left hand. Now we're going to walk our hands towards one another on the strap and maybe our hands touch. And that's great, but we're not going to go anywhere that is going to create too much tension because our priority is holding the centers at shoulder and down and into the back again. So bringing as much tension as feels comfortable to keeping those shoulders at center and taking 5 breaths. Letting those elbows open up away from one another. When we're ready, gently releasing and switching sides. Left arm comes up, right arm comes back. Now what you might notice is that you'll be able to get closer on one side than you will the other, and that is normal. Just remember to keep those shoulders centered and down to make sure that we're not dislocating them at any point. 5 breaths here. Gently releasing, and again our strap will come to the side. Now if you haven't put a block already underneath the ankles, you may want to mid-practice. I know I like to because my ankles and my knees tend to get a little bit sore in yoga. We want to breathe into the tension that we like, not that tension that just feels uncomfortable. For our next stretch, we're going to go through some shoulder rotations. Arms come out, palms face up towards the ceiling. Then we're going to bring the fingertips to the top of the shoulders. Hug the shoulders to center, down into the body. Now we're going to inhale the arms up and around. Exhale them down. Focusing on a slow and steady exhale. Letting the elbows go as close to the belly as they can on exhale. And at the end of our inhale, the elbows coming as close together as they can. Again, keeping those shoulders at center. 3 more breaths. Then switching directions. Still exhaling in the center and inhaling around, but starting to rotate in the opposite direction. And taking 3 more breaths like this. Then we're going to release the arms out to the side, bend the elbows, palms right in on top of the elbows, and bring them together. Now let's start off with our elbows down towards the belly. We're going to put our right elbow inside the left. Now here, before we do anything else, hug the shoulders to center, down into the body. Now we're going to walk that left hand into the right palm. Keep those shoulders locked. Lift the elbows up in line with the shoulders. Press the palms out right above the elbows. 5 breaths just like this. Keeping our shoulders at center. Breathing deeply into any tension we're feeling. Inhale, lengthen the arms completely out. Arms come up, palms come up. Bring them back in, lower them down. Left elbow on top of the right. Hug to center. Right palm inside the left. Lifting the elbows up in line with the shoulders. Wrists in line with the elbows. 5 breaths here. Gently releasing, letting the arms come down. We'll remove our block if we put one under our butts, extending our legs out and taking the next minute just to relax. We're going to lay flat on the floor. Hug the shoulders to center and gently reach them up and overhead, palms facing up. We'll relax just like this for the next minute. You can extend the legs if you would like to. And when we're ready, slowly bringing the arms back in and coming onto our seat. Those are our 5 stretches for shoulder health. I recommend coming back to this practice every other day, at least to start, and really starting to get the shoulders back into alignment. If we try to do it every day, we can really aggravate the area. For some of us, we'd be able to do it every day. Others of us, the area just will feel like it's been dislocated too long. Give me some time to rehab and come back into it. So be gentle with yourself and use this video, like I was saying, every other day, at least 2 times a week, until you feel like you're naturally integrating the shoulders with the back. And then that's when you're going to really be protecting your shoulders, so that when you're reaching, you're not elongating away from the body. Instead, functionally grabbing and bringing in. Thank you. Namaste.